Yeah, man. It's been a while. I know. I understand. But hey, business is business, right? I gotta take care of my company and my other stuff before any other thing else. And plus, China does not allow many things, and you have to respect. You have to respect everybody's rules and policies. But anyways, what's up, guys? Welcome. Welcome back to my channel. Before we proceed, please understand that this, my friends, is not financial advice. You are more than free to do whatever you like with your money. And so am I. And that being said, let's grab a sip of coffee from my super dad mug. Everything, guys, definitely everything tastes better. You guys already know with Kaspa, but I'm using my super bag mug. I mean, because I'm still not at work, and I probably will be getting back to work. And from tomorrow, you will have the normal setting again, because you guys already know there is no time. If you want something, you have to work for it. You have to grind for it. So, yeah, that's me. I don't have that. I don't have that luxury like a lot of you have. But hey, today we're about to do the same thing we do every day. Remember, I told you the 29th, right? I told you 29 was the make it or break it, okay? We better look at it 24 hours market performance. After that, we will check out the prices in details. And right after that, we will look at our positions. Are we buying Lambos yet? I know, right? I know a lot of people were still, waiting for that candle, that God candle to go very high. But anyways, today, my friends, let's check this out. One, I've been telling you, this run is not the same. It's not like every other crypto, bull run that we have ever witnessed. It's not the same. Everything in this bull run is controlled by the macroeconomy, because as we already know, we are in a very how do I put, what's the word to use, in a very strange situation. As it means, like, those of you who own businesses out there will understand. Even the normal life, people with normal life will also understand this, because when you go to the grocery store, the prices have started to rise, right? The gas price is going up, this and that is happening. And the government right now, the debt that the US government has is more than they can handle. To be honest, to give it to you blunt, is more than they can handle. And they've been looking for ways. To try to mitigate this problem. Most people are just there thinking, yeah, it's going to be a normal 4-year cycle with Bitcoin. We go up and then we have a halving, and the scarcity problem we produce, and then we go higher and this and that. No, it's not that way. We've been talking about it here. The US government has a big problem, and that problem is that nobody wants to buy the US debt. Nobody wants to buy it. If you add to the fact that all these giants like Russia, China, India, all of them, they want to dethrone the US dollar, then that makes things even worse. But as we already know, since the time that the gold standard was removed and to the dollar standard in the market, the US has penetrated places that I don't think it will take just that. It would take just one word to remove it. And that is the advantage that the US has. And now, how does that come to affect you and I as investors? How does it affect? We know everybody keeps telling you, yeah, the US is collapsing, this is the blah blah blah, government is shutting down, and this and that is happening. But one thing people are not talking about is that, number one, whether the government shuts down or not does not affect the economy. It doesn't. If you have to look at the underlying layers of everything, and one of those layers has always been stablecoin adoption. And that's the funniest thing about it. Stablecoins adoption. Stablecoins which are going to be pegged to the US treasuries. And that is what everybody's not looking at. I'm telling you, the US is going, the US that Trump has that Trump card. That's why you see our good friend, because if you go the traditional way, okay, before we head further, let's rewind a little bit. Let's go back a little bit. If we go to the normal ways, our good friends, Jeromius, Powelsius, Uncle Jeromius, he already know the effects of printing money. He knew. And you guys, you remember when I was telling you about rate cuts are not going to be the same. You remember? I told you the same. So we have experienced the opposite of what rate cuts should have done. I am not surprised if they start tightening up these rates again. I'm not surprised. Why? Because the opposite in which they were expecting it. A lot of people who were just running their mouth talking about, yeah, give us 50% basis, give us 75% basis cut. A lot of people did not look at the underneath problem. The underneath problem, the whole process. If you cut rates, you print money. That money get printed, it get absorbed by investors, by creditors. Like if you go to the bank and you go have a credit, I need to buy a house, you borrow that money. That's how that money disappears. People taking it to overseas, to probably China, to Japan, to invest in these economies which have a higher interest rate. And I know I sound like a broken radio, but sometimes you need to make people understand what is really happening. And now when you look outside the country, guess what? Japan is struggling. Interest rates are not high. If you look at China is struggling. No interest rates high. Look at India, the same thing. Now you don't even want to look at Russia, because Russia right now is engulfed in a war, and we all know the situation of economy in Russia. So those of you who are expecting to print money out, where do you think it's going to go? Where? If you do, what we're going to have is inflation, because it's not going anywhere. The value of your purchasing, the purchasing power of the dollar drops like a rock, and everybody and their grandmama begins to panic, because now what you thought you hold in your savings account is not even that. Like let's say if you had $100 in your savings account, and you wake up next morning, that $100 now is worth $20, for example. Retirements, the same thing. So those kind of things, you have inflation, or you even have stagflation, or whatever, however you want to call it. And that's what I was telling you. Rate cuts are not what you think they are. This time of the year is not. And if you pay a little bit more attention, you also notice something. When those trade wars started, and I told you here time after time, when the trade war started, people started dumping US treasuries, right? You remember? And all of a sudden, the US government started buying those treasuries back. Not as much, but they bought them back. The question is, where do you think the money which they use in buying these treasuries come from? See? You have to ask yourself that question. Where did the money come from? They've already printed money. Now, going back to the future, where we are right now, okay? I've been telling you, anyone who thinks the dollar is going to collapse is out of their mind. Anybody who thinks the US government is going to collapse is out of their mind. All this I'm looking at right now, government shuts down and blah 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 happening, is all tactics. It's all tactics by the government. In the year, if you look at the history, how many times have we had the government collapse? You can't tell, right? How many times? Still collapse, economy does fine. They create a little dip on demand, on the excuse me, a little dip on the market, stock market and stuff. Now you can include crypto market, because it's the first time that we see it. We see a crypto bull run with the government issues, right? stock market collapsed, everything else collapsed, and there you go, right? Today you woke up and everybody's looking at, oh, holy crap, what's happening? The oil industry just collapsed. Oil prices are dropping like hell. So again, all of them who think it's going to be different, I don't understand where they get it from. I don't understand where they get it from. That yeah, we're going to have this mega bullish, blah blah blah. It's not going to happen, because the underlying problem is the US dollar itself. And if the US dollar is having issues, the entire world economy is excuse me, is balanced on the edge of a knife. And that's what nobody's paying attention. And again, I told you guys, 29th, pay attention to the 29th, because on the 29th, the market was going to start running. It normally, and go back on my videos, I told you, every time there is rate cuts, when we begin rate cuts and the market is about to top out, we usually have 4 to 6 weeks. 4 to 6 weeks for you to see the market go crazy. The 29th, like I said, it was a date in which we are going to see what would happen to the U.S. government. What will happen? Are they going to vote on increasing the budget? Are they going to see if they're going to stop the QE to, the QT to a QE or something like that? Whoa, whatever they're going to do. There's a lot that was going on the 29th regarding macroeconomy. That's why I was saying pay attention to it. And lo and behold, here we go, right? Here we go. So let me show you something, because now it's going to start making sense. It's going to start making sense why I'm telling you that, one, the US dollar is what will determine everything, the macroeconomy. Because now we have started seeing things like on the November, the ISO 222 goes live, which means now banks will start using stable coins, right? Once it goes live, then you know exactly what they say. You're about to start having US dollars pegged to the stable coins pegged to the US treasuries 1-to-1. If you want to pay money, there's so many things that is going to help this out. Like, for example, all I have to do, okay, if I want to make money with stable coins, is buy stable coins and just stake them, hold stable coin, and get an APY on them. That's all you have to do. And this is just one use case of it. Imagine people who are going to go to borrow money to buy houses, borrow money to buy cars, transferring money overseas. Let's say I'm a businessman, which I am, and I want to transfer capital from US to Australia, for example. I don't have to go to the SWIFT system and wait for how many days it's going to do to transfer $2-3 million. All I have to do with stablecoin is a matter of what? Seconds, and they're there. They're there. You have your money over there. And again, this is going to do what? As more as you start to get used, the value of the Dixie, the value of the US dollar is going to shoot. We already know exactly what usually happens to Bitcoin and the rest of the assets when the US dollar value starts to shoot, right? We already know. So again, this again leads to Kaspa, leads to Quant, which when you start paying attention to things, Kaspa is the fastest, most secure. Trust me, people are going to start looking at these kind of things. Like, I don't want to send my money using Solana and then the network shuts down and I lose the transaction and I lose my money because it's in limbo. Nobody knows where it is, right? I don't want to use Tron because it's too slow. Hackers, trust me, hacking transactions is going to become a thing. When people start to see that, you know what, I can get ahead of that transaction and get those millions of dollars. And crypto right now, so far as I know, there is no reverse transaction, which if I send money, I can reverse it and bring it back. I don't know. Therefore, those things are going to be a thing that people are going to get ahead of your transactions to hack in there and get your money before it gets into the destination. And that's one thing, like I'm telling you guys, Kaspa solved in a heartbeat, because on Kaspa, the transactions are in seconds. Like before you can even blink, it's out, gone, there. It's not the same with Solana. Even worse with Ethereum. Worse, people are going to get ahead of these things when it comes to Solana, Ethereum, and you have the raccoon, which I don't even think it works, but oh well. Things like this, people are going to get ahead of them to try to steal that block with all those transactions in it. But Kaspa, the block is in second, but it's like really, really fast. You can't steal a block included that has transactions included in it. And that, my friends, is what I'm telling you. It's just going to be the beginning of something big. Quant is already having that infrastructure, banking system. I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday. And like I said, I couldn't upload and I couldn't tell you guys. He's already out there in Europe. That Quant is already working on Europe. CBDCs and stuff like that is already working. It's a matter of time before the US and the rest of the world start to get in there. See? It's happening. Now, with implementation of smart contracts, I know people have been online. Like again, you go to X and you see Shy talking and everything else. Somebody asked me, what do I think about that? And my friends, listen, I'm going to be very short about this. Listen, when you invest in an asset, if you have done your research and you've looked at it, you've gone up and down, left and right about it, you will understand that there are risks involved. But what kind of risk are you going to take? There are two types of risk. There's one that is worth it. There's the other one that is, it's not worth it at all. I'll give you a perfect example. Meme coins. To a lot of people, they don't understand that meme coins are a lottery. First come, first serve. If you are, excuse my language, but if you are an idiot, you're going to hold meme coins seeing that the price is going up and not sell them. If you're an idiot. Because tomorrow somebody else will just come out and create another meme coin which is hyped up, and then people are going to take money from where you have yours to try to get that one and make cycle money out of it. Right? That's the first kind of risk. They tell you in their websites, hey, it has no value, it's just a meme coin, we add the value to it. That's risk. If you ask me, that's a kind of risk I don't even want to look at. Okay? And then you have the second type of risk. Like Kaspa, for example, is a layer 1. Okay? Layer 1 with features that every other layer 1 does not have. With those kind of features. Yep. Can the price go up? Yep. Can the price go down? Yeah. But now you start to calculate the risk. What is the risk of you losing money in Kaspa versus other ones? What's the risk? And now you start to compare it. Kaspa versus the biggest one, Bitcoin. They try to put smart contracts on Bitcoin. That shit didn't work. Kaspa versus Ethereum. Right there. Do your numbers. What do you think? Kaspa versus Crashilandia, Solana. What do you see? Kaspa versus Tron. Kaspa versus whatever layer 1 you got out there. Okay, then you start to see, well, I think Kaspa winning all of them. And now you start to go, what are the possibilities of Kaspa getting adopted in the future more than Bitcoin, more than Ethereum, more than Solana, or more than the raccoon? What are the possibilities? You start looking at that kind of stuff. And again, Kaspa will tell you that, hey, I think because of the technology in the future, Kaspa is the thing. Now, what's the risk? Is it more riskier than Solana or not? Is it more riskier than Ethereum or not? Because those of us who follow economy a lot, like I said, you guys already know that I don't need to hide it. I'm a businessman, okay? I own my own corporation. So those of us who follow economy, we already see the cracks on Bitcoin, the cracks on Ethereum, on Crashilandia, and all of them compared to Kaspa. And it's just a matter of time. It's a matter of time before you start to really realize what you have in front of you. It's a matter of time. So everybody here, they look at Kaspa. Oh, it went from 8 to 7 cents. People start to cry about it. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. I just sit there and I laugh. Oh, smart contracts are live, but it's not going anywhere. Guys, migration does not happen in one day. And that's why I usually say it. These green candle chasers, that's what I call it. People don't know how to sit tight and wait. And if you have a problem with Kaspa not moving, it's a simple thing. Sell your bag and move on. I don't know. I can't deal with stress. If something is stressing me out, I get rid of it. If you're stressed because of the Kaspa price is not moving, sell it and move on. But there is one thing I can guarantee you. You are going to be exactly like those guys that sold Bitcoin at $10 thinking, it's not going anywhere. Like those of them who sold Bitcoin at $500 thinking, yeah, this was the top. It ain't going nowhere. That is what you're going to do. You are going to regret it. It's going to keep you up at night to the point that you cannot even eat when you start to see Kaspa at $5, $10, and so you are going to see. A lot of people say, yeah, it's impossible. Kaspa can never get to $10, blah, blah, blah. This and that. You forget. The raccoon, useless Cardano, went from 2 cents, I think it was, 2 cents to $3 without anything. Just the promise of delivering smart contract without anything. But we do have here Kaspa, which again, I keep telling you guys, the ecosystem is already there. It's not like Kaspa is going to start from zero. The ecosystem is already there. Once these smart contracts get implemented one by one, we already have Kasplex. You see, transaction volume. See, how the transaction spiked up already. 60, I think it's 100 million transactions in the 24 hours. That is something that Ethereum, Bitcoin, the top 10 have not experienced. But Kaspa is already getting there. It's coming. It's time of being patient. You gotta be patient. That's what usually happens in investments. Those of you who don't know about investing, it takes time. The good thing about crypto is at that time is cut short, very short, 10 times shorter than normal investing. It's going to happen. Eager Lab is about to go live with their own testnet, which is about to flip. And then we have Sparkle, the VPROX, they're also about to go live. So yeah, chill. All I can tell you guys, it's time to accumulate. Accumulate as much Kaspa as you can, because time is coming when people are going to look at 7-8 cents and be like, God damn, I was an idiot. That time is coming. You're going to look at it and be like, I should have listened to that guy who was blabbing about it on the internet every day. Time is coming for that. And I will be here to laugh about it. Laugh. Because I keep telling you, 10,000 Kaspa. If you don't believe in Kaspa, you don't think Kaspa is going to go anywhere, just buy 10,000 Kaspas. Buy them, keep them somewhere. Throw the keys away, keep them so just forget about them and come back to me, okay? The next bull run, and you will see. But Kaspa, because I already know Kaspa run different. Kaspa is going to be running when everything else is going to go down. You will see. Okay. Anyways, guys, let's go right quick. Let's go look at the market. Let's see how the market has been performing for the past 24 hours, right? Let's see here. Crypto bubbles. And before that, let me show you something right quick. See, this was posted, okay, not long ago. Look at this. Let me zoom it out. Stablecoin issuers like Circle and Tether are gobbling up more treasuries than most countries. Here's how could reshape the US economy. This, my friend, comes out like clockwork. So these people, they're already buying treasuries. Like I said, it is happening right in front of you. Most of you will not see it. Like, look at this one, Coinbase. Okay, Brian Armstrong, you guys already know, right? The interest rate for most checking accounts is 0% in Canada. Okay, that makes 0 cents. So from today, all Canadians can earn 4.1% uncapped rewards on USDC, okay, on Coinbase, and up to 4.5% with Coinbase One. See, this is something, like I said, it has started to happen. And guess what stablecoin Kaspa is about to use? USDC, right? It has started to happen, and this USDC issuer circle are now buying crazy amount of US treasuries. They know something is about to go down. Something is about to go down. Okay, well, you don't believe it. You're going to sit there and you're going to sit in the middle of the lake and let soap get in your eyes. Don't blame anybody else but yourself. Don't blame anybody else. This bull run is going to get controlled by macroeconomy. And I'm about to show you, okay? You're about to see every time Dixie goes up, what usually happens to Bitcoin. Now imagine Dixie starts to run crazy, which again is about to happen. What do you think will happen to Bitcoin? Well, let's watch and see. First of all, let's go look at the market. We do have a crypto bubble, which is right here. Let's see. So you guys can see Bitcoin is pumping, so all coins are pumping. So everybody else telling you money is going to trickle down from Bitcoin to altcoins. Good luck with that. Okay, good luck with that. Now, if you look at the King KAS, we do have here for the past hour 0.5% up, 4.3% up on the day, 2.8% down on the week, 6.8% down on the month, and 50.7% down on the year, sitting at a market cap of $2.09 billion and a 24 hours volume traded at $51.34 million. Okay, now we go to next quant, the banker's coin, and the coin a lot of people love to hate. We do have here 0.4% up the last hour, 1% up on the day, 5.7% up on the week, 1.2% up on the month, and 41.2% up on the year, sitting at a market cap of $1.5 billion and a 24 hours volume traded at $39.40 million. Now we look at Cubic, high risk, high reward. What do we have here? 1.4% up the last hour, 14.6% up on the day, 8.2% up on the week, 23.5% down on the month, and 19.4% down on the year, sitting at a market cap of $220.93 million and a 24 hours volume traded at $5.16 million. Now we look at the Japanese Bitcoin, which is Jasmine. We do have here 0.7% up the last hour, 9.8% up on the day, 0.2% up on the week, 7.9% down on the month, and 40% down on the year, sitting at a market cap of $631.63 million and a 24 hours volume traded at $34.44 million. Now, let's go look at Jonathan's Turtle, the orange one, Bitcoin. And now you see, I told you, money is not going to trickle down. And if you've been paying attention, like I said, the 29th, you would have made a lot of money out of it because the breakout happened, okay, on the 29th. Now, we do have 0.6% down, up the last hour, 3.5% up on the day, 3.1% up on the week, 7.4% up on the month, and 85.4% up on the year, sitting at a market cap of $2.34 trillion and a 24 hours volume traded at $64.66 billion. So yeah, as you guys can see, things are now beginning to heat up. You remember I told you, right after the rate cuts, we do have 4 to 6 weeks. Now let's see what happens to Bitcoin. Rate cuts were on the 17th. Let's see what happened to Bitcoin in this time frame. Anyways, now let's go look at prices in details. Let's see what we got going on in that corner, in that camp. Trading view. We have here Dixie going down and Bitcoin going up. See, this is what I'm telling you about. You see that when the US dollar value drops, okay, what happens to Bitcoin? Bitcoin goes up. And now today, people are scared because the rumors are out there about the US government shutting down. People are scared, right? And people being scared is leading to this kind of stuff. Do you understand? So, is it is it clear? I don't think most of you sees how clear it is that it is coming. It's happening. He's just going to be there before anybody could say hi. It's happening. But anyways, yeah, it's up to you, right? You are going to see once the U.S. Treasuries get pegged to the U.S. What you call it, stable coins, USDC, USDT, whatever. You are about to see the craziest go on, which is Dixie is going to shoot up like crazy, and Bitcoin is going to drop like a dead fly, and that will drag the rest of the market down with it. Okay. Anyways, now let's go right quick. First, look at Kaspa. And as you can see on Kaspa, this is the 1 hour chart. Okay, we are going to just use my simple way of looking at stuff. On the 1 hour chart, we are still inside this triangle, which again we haven't broken, with the resistance sitting at that almost 7.8 or $8 or 8 cents. So as you guys can see, we have gone past that 60% threshold, which means this triangle will break out any moment from today. Is going to break out. Okay, as you guys can see, we look at the ribbon, it has just turned green. Okay, price has already gone up. Like I always tell you guys, price always get attracted to the moving average. Now, well, what we are looking for is that we need price to go up to go try the resistance. Okay, right now we broke out, got attracted to moving average. Let's see if it's going to break this, break out, use that support, and then keep on going. That's what we're expecting to happen. If you look at it on the 4 hourly, you will see that the ribbon has not turned green yet. The 1 hour has already turned, and you guys know the sequence. First usually be the 1 hour, then the 4 hour, then the daily. The ribbon hasn't turned yet, and by the time this ribbon turns to be green, I'm telling you, price is gonna be long gone. Like I always say, see, look at where the moving average is, 8 cents. So by the time this thing turns green, this price will probably be up there. That's what is happening. As you guys can see, ribbon still red. It's trying to curve. It's trying to curve. So give it some time, and we're about to see how this one ends. Okay, now if you look at it on the daily, that's where you can even see even more. On the daily, you can see that the ribbon has not even begun to curve yet. It's still spraying out, and we know, like I told you guys, look at where the moving average is, 9 cents, right? I told you, price always gets attracted to the moving average. By the time you look at this thing start to curve, this thing will be long way up there, long gone. Okay, so it's up to you. You want to sit there and you want to cry about prices, that's up to you. I don't cry about price. All I do when I see these kind of things happen, I buy more. As a matter of fact, look at, let me show you. I buy more. I don't have time to cry about prices. If you go here, and let me see, this is my account. As you guys can see right there, on the 28th, I was still in China when I saw the price go down, and I bought more. Just like always, I don't have time to sit and cry about anything. You get it? I buy because I know exactly where this thing is going. And if you want to sit there and cry about it, you are going to miss the biggest opportunity of your lifetime. Anyways, now let's continue. Now, as you guys can see, we have you guys can see this is what is happening right now. Like I said, price action for me is still the same. Nothing has changed. Okay, we still got the 12 cents that we need to conquer. Okay, we need to go because the major resistance. Then we have 15 cents. From there we go to 18, 19 cents, and after that we do have all-time high, then get into price discovery. Kaspa has just started. If you don't want to see it, that's up to you. Okay, I'm not here to convince you. I'm only showing you what I am doing. As you guys can see, price has already started to go. Okay, now let's go look at Quant right quick. QNT, the banker's coin, right? Let's see what the banker's coin is saying. I know a lot of people love to hate it, and I told you last time I had an update, I told you guys, first thing you have to look at is the ribbon. And I was telling you, I think, saying we are forming a W, a bottom, W pattern. We already know those are bottoms because what we see, they usually go 1, 2, come back, retest, and up we went, right? That is what we usually happen. And what you see right now, Quant is taking off. It's going. So yeah, those of them who were expecting a $40, blah blah blah, where are you right now? I see nobody talking about it. Nobody is looking at it because Quant is making moves, and a lot of people don't understand it. We have gone past the development stages of Quant. Quant is making those moves that are going to melt your faces, and people still don't get it, right? If you look at it on the 4-hourly, look at the 4 hours right quick. See, ribbon has turned green. Price is above the moving average, and we are starting to move at a speed that most people were not expecting. I told you, all this down price is going to mean nothing if Bitcoin takes off. You guys remember, I kept repeating myself on that, and now Bitcoin is going up. What do you think is happening? See, it is happening again. So yeah, everybody and their grandmama keeps looking at you, telling you different, and I'm just here laughing about it because hey, my charts we don't need too much. I use the moving average, moving ribbon, and sometimes if I just want to confirm, I go look at the MACD and I also go look at the RSI. That's it. And then don't forget about people's sentiments, because that will tell you if people are bearish, it's time for you to start looking for your long positions. If people are just hyped up, it's time for you to start looking for your short position. That's for day traders, because that's what I used to do. Now I'm a long-term trader. I don't trade on the daily anymore. I like my peace of mind. Okay. Now, if you look at it on the daily, see what you got. See, it already started happening on the 1 hour. The daily has also started to curve. Look at that ribbon. Still red, but it has started to squeeze, ready to turn green. And by the time this thing is green, the price will be long gone. That's how simple it is. Okay, we are now above the moving average. Okay, everything is now beginning to curve upwards, right? So for me, like I said, 4 to 6 weeks after the rate cut. Okay, now if you look at it on the daily, if you look at it for the price action, look at what just happened on the weekly. The first weekly candle just turned green. See, the first weekly candle just turned green. If you look, all of this, how many weeks? How many weeks? We were red, right? The first weekly candle has just turned green. And if you do remember, I was telling you on the weekly, it was a bull flag getting formed. Price action has just begun. Now we are going to get the first one. First of all, we need to go above that $125. Once we get above it, we will start looking at 151, then 164. After that, 176. If we manage to close a daily candle above 176, start looking at $230. After $230, all-time high, which is around $400. Once we get above that, yeah, price discovery. It has started, right? I told you, the 29th, pay attention to it. A lot of people who did not believe it, well, that is up to them. Like I usually say, I'm not here to convince you. I am only showing you what I am doing, okay? It has already started. So anyways, now let's look at Jasmine right quick. I'm gonna look at it because it's my a long term since, because before I did video, so I may as well just look at Jasmine. On Jasmine right now, we see, I told you guys, I still believe Jasmine can hit 60 cents this run, okay, without any of their lockups or everything else, because Jasmine has a very interesting niche. That's why. Okay, on the hourly, as we see, Jasmine has popped out. We already know Bitcoin runs. Jasmine is going to run. It's going to do twice whatever that Bitcoin does. So you can see it's running up, okay, above the moving average. The ribbon just turned green, and this thing is tearing up. If you look at it on the 4 hourly, you will see, again, just like the previous ones I just showed you, the ribbon has not turned green yet, but it's about to. And by the time it does, this thing will be gone. Like very higher price. As you guys can see, price always get attracted to the moving average, right? So if you look at it right now, the moving average is sitting at what we have here, 1.3 cents. That's what it is sitting at. So yeah, I'm expecting this to run up to that 1.6 cents before anything else this can be decided. But I think it's going to keep on going up because the ribbon is going to be green, and by the time it is green, yeah, you guys already know the rest. If you look at it on the daily, just like I showed you on the previous one, it's still spraying out. It has not even started to curve. By the time this thing starts to curve, look at where the moving average is sitting, 1.6 cents, right? That's what you have to know. By the time this thing turns green, this thing will be way higher than 1.6 cents. That's what will happen. For me, price action on Jasmine, I'm just going to rush through it. It has not changed. I'm still trying to see Jasmine break that 2.3 cents. Once it breaks it, the next target will be 3.8, and then 4.5 cents, and then 6 cents, and so on and so forth. Jasmine is still bullish. Trust me, Jasmine is bullish. By the time Bitcoin hits that $160,000, we are about to see a lot of things happening to Jasmine. Okay, so it's up to you if you want to sit there and cry about it, or if you want to make a move and see what you can get about it. Now let's go look at the Jonathan Stordo right quick, which again, like I said, yep, the 29 came and we already saw what happened to it, right? USDT, right here, this one. Here we go. See, this is on the 4-hourly, but on I had my mark, right? I have it marked. I told you guys, it's the make it or break it. So again, 4 to 6 weeks, like I always said, 4 to 6 weeks. As you guys can see, Bitcoin is running, and like I said, $160,000. That is the target. Once we get there, we will reevaluate the market. Okay, what do you see? It's happening. It is something that, yeah, most people are just like, yeah, that was the top, that was going down, blah blah blah. And I said, no, the 29th. Watch the market on the 29th. It's going to it usually be like 3 days before that date, or 3 days after that date. Watch the market, like I told you guys, right? But on the 29th, it pumped just as predicted. It went. So right now, I keep saying it, okay? Bitcoin is looking for that $160,000. Right now, we are facing a little bit of resistance, because if you can look, it looks like we are forming a W, okay? Not this. Let me use this one. It looks like we are forming a W, see? 1, 2, and it's trying to go. We're having this resistance right here, right? Once we break above that resistance, it will continue running. So, like again, everybody and their grandmama can tell you what they want. If you know what you want, you know exactly what your signs are telling you, you will be sitting quietly and chilling. No need to rush, no need to cry, nothing of like that. You just be sitting there and be watching it. Like I said, pay attention to the 29th. 3 days before the 29th or 3 days after the 29th, we're about to see. But one thing I was saying, Bitcoin is looking for 150 or 160,000. Once we get there, we reevaluate. Is it time to close shop, or do we keep it open? Right now, the macroeconomy is really dealing with everything, not just cryptocurrencies. The entire market is suffering the aftermath of the macroeconomy. That's what's happening right now. So yeah, if you ask me, I'm sitting tight. I don't have time to cry about it. See, my charts, like I said, I have here the 29 just happened. The next one is going to be the November. If we get there, I don't think so, but if we get there, one thing I said, you usually have to pay attention to the cycle top, okay, Bitcoin pie cycle. If you look at it on the pie chart, we are just hugging the red line. We're just hugging it. And one thing that caught my attention is that the blue line, instead of going up, okay, see the red line? We are hugging it, breaking above it, right? But the blue line, instead of going upwards, it has started to curve downwards. So that right there caught my attention. Just like, yeah, we got to see if it's going to come downwards to converge with the red line. Because we know once the red line breaks above that blue line, that is when you start looking for the top of the market. Now, how fast it's happened is anybody's guess. But right now, normally when Bitcoin is about to top out, okay, those 4 to 6 weeks, that is what we usually see, that this blue line start to curve downwards. That's what we usually see. And then this one is going to take off and they will converge. Okay, so yeah, I tell you, 4 to 6 weeks, just watch and see. Let's see what the market does. Okay, but anyways, now let's go right quick. Let's go look at my positions. But before we do that, I usually tell you, I do not condone leverage trading, okay? Because leverage trading is the easiest way you can lose your money. But hey, If you want to try it and you want to learn, because I cannot teach you, I don't know anyone who can teach you how to leverage trade. But if you want to do that, down below I do have the links. Bydfi, which I do recommend, Phemex, Margex, and Wix Exchange. These guys, they will give you free money if you meet their deposit requirements. Okay, once you meet that, they'll give you free money. Once you get it, please, I know it's tempting, but please take $20 out, $50 out, and practice. Start practicing. Okay, once you practice, you know you'll make mistakes, but like I always say, it's better to make mistake with $50 or $20 versus making mistakes with thousands of dollars. Now once you have it, then you can then start scaling up. The easiest way to know if you are good at it now is try to turn $50 into $100. If you do that, you try to turn that $100 into a $200. You try that again, okay, $200 into $400. If you can do that, then you are ready. That's how simple it is. But if you try to rush into it, trust me, Rec City always has room for one more. And I hope that one more is not you. Okay, but anyways, let's go right quick. Let's go look at my positions. Okay, you guys know I just got back. I need to take a nap because yeah, I need to go to work in a couple of hours. So first of all, let's start with Bydfi. You guys know there I am trading King Kaspa and I am also trading Quant. As you guys can see, my overall today is sitting at $11,000. You guys know I'm an aggressive trader. Okay, a little move that the market does, it'll also make my moves go higher. If you try to look at this way, let's say in the past 1 month, you will see that's the graph for the past 1 month, jumped that high. Okay, so it's those are things that you have to watch. We are going to get there. I told you I will show you my account in 6 figures and you will see. Okay, it just take time because I'm a long-term trader. But anyways, if you look at on the contracts, you will see that here on my Kaspa I am still down. What's this? Kaspa 71%, which is $5,400. As you guys, oh yeah, 71%. Okay, and then if you can look at my quant is almost breaking even. I'm still down 1%, which is $100 approximately. So yeah, I am going to sit tight. I don't have time to cry about it. All we got to do is just sit and wait. We are okay, right? Next thing I can do is just I think very soon I will just add to my position, to my margin, to bring that down a little bit. But hey, we are good because if you look at my liquidation is sitting at 4.4 cents. That's way low. I don't really care about that. I don't think Kaspa is going to drop that low. But if you some of you who thinks that is very risky, all you can do is just add to your trades, and then it will drop your liquidation even more. Okay, anyways, now let's go look at Phemex. On Phemex, you guys know there I am trading King Kaspa and I am also trading the Japanese Bitcoin. Okay, Jasmine, my overall today is sitting at $6,700 approximately. And if you look at my contracts, you will see that here on my Jasmine I am still down 78%, which is $8,600, and on my Kaspa I am still down 19%, which is $862 approximately. So yeah, you can pause it and look at my numbers if that's what you're interested in doing. But anyways, now last but not the least, we do have the Wix exchange. On Wix I am trading King Kaspa and I am also trading Quant. Okay, my overall today is sitting at $4,400 approximately. Nothing much. Okay, that is what I'm saying. You really have to be patient when it comes to this. Okay, look at that. As you guys can see, sideways movement on my overall. So it's time for me to just chill and let the market do its thing. If you look at my contracts, you will see that here on my quant I am up $1,100 approximately, right? And you can also see that on my Kaspa I am down $128, $127 approximately. So yeah, those things don't bother me. Like I said, I am a long-term trader. Okay, you can sit there and cry about it if you want to, or you can sit there and look at the positive side of things, which again, 4 to 6 weeks we're about to see what happens. Okay, anyways, now I also, like I said, I also have a link below about Acorn. Acorn is for those of you who wants to learn how to trade on stock market or on the ETFs. Let's go look at my son, because I am using that to teach my son about trading. Okay, where is Acorn? Right there. I'm using that. Let's see how that boy is doing. Wow, see his account. He's now up $176. He's really getting at it. It's good. I'm very proud every time I look at this. I'm very proud of it. Let's see his stocks, how he's going. He is up $6, okay, from all-time high. Not that bad. And the stocks he's trading on, wow, 221 on the stocks. Let's see. VOO 121, 129. Yeah, he's doing pretty good. And he's 9 years old, and if he can learn how to do it, I don't know why a grown-ass man like you couldn't do it. Let's look at the ETFs. Yeah, I will sit tight with him on today, and then we'll look at what's going on here. Yeah, he's doing pretty good. I'm very proud of him. He's doing good. Anyways, guys, as you guys can see it, macroeconomy, I told you, is going to control this bull run. That's what's going to happen. And we are right now staring at the possibilities of the bull run coming to an end. We are looking at it because Bitcoin is taking off, as like we discussed. 150, 160,000. Let's get there and then watch. Like I said, everything else has lined out except for that pi cycle top. That's why I'm watching it like a hawk right now. Okay, the red line is still low. Now let's see how it's going to react in the next coming days and weeks. Let's see how fast it's going to go up, if it is going to go gradually up, or if it is going to go aggressively up there. Okay, anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching my videos, and I apologize for not uploading for that much, because again, I was in China. You guys, a lot of you who know, I was there for business. Okay, so hopefully now I can start uploading daily again at work, because I'm going to work in a couple of hours. Like you say, if you want something, you have to work for it. I don't have time to sit. Okay, anyways, again, thank you so much for watching my videos. Please don't forget to subscribe. I am trying to make it to 5,000 subscribers. Also, don't forget to like and comment. Okay, I am interested in knowing what you think about everything going on today, or what we talked about today. And also, don't forget to share, so that other millionaire-minded attitudes like you and yours truly, we all can see these videos and the family can grow. Okay, until I see you in my next one. Let's make that money. Let's make that money. Bye bye.